How you doing? This is Tom, and yep, this is Tom's Real Room Show again. And we have a collage of things that I recently got in the mail and things that I've had. And the objective here, when I ordered these, I ordered from a website called Bang Good, and they have lots of interesting things on there that really are inexpensive. And I hope to get them as a sponsor, but we will see. But anyway, what these are basically power packs. And these two here are power packs that I did a review of. You know, they come with the batteries and everything encapsulated, so you can't do anything with them except use them. And if you go back to my show about these, you'll see that I was really disappointed with the capacity. They both got less than their advertised capacity. I mean, when I say less, they got less than 50% of their advertised capacity. Like, for instance, this guy here has a capacity, whoops, upside down, of 10,000 milliamp hours, or 10 amps. Unfortunately, when I tested it, it was about 40% of that capacity. So very disappointing. And of course, once the batteries in here refuse to take a charge, you just throw it away, or you try to pry it open. Anyway, and here's the Duracell. This has small capacity. It's only, oh boy, I need a microscope to read this. I think it's, I don't see it on there, but I think it's 1,000 milliamp hours, or 1 amp hour. And it did better. It got about 70%. In my testing, it showed about 70% capacity when I tested it. So it wasn't too bad. Again, it's a throwaway item. Once it stops recharging, then you just chuck it. Okay, so I started looking at some alternatives of battery packs that you could use, and when the batteries refuse to recharge, then you just put new batteries in it. So we're going to look at these, and most of them use this size battery. This is 3.7 volts, and this particular one is a lithium ion battery, and they do have pretty high capacity. But the one thing you have to keep in mind is that they vary in price, and you can get these as cheap as $5 or as much as $9. And the, what should I say, the better named brands are going to be more expensive. They're going to average about $6 a piece for one. Okay, but like I say, they're high capacity, and theoretically you can charge them a number of times. So that's what I'm looking for, and I'm looking for something to put these in. Now we'll start with the big guy here. We'll take it out of the bag here, and I just got these in. And this comes apart, and it's got room for 5 of these, and my understanding is they're working in parallel, plus they have this charger controller circuit right here to upconvert it so that you end up with 5 volts. Oh, there's the outputs right there. So you end up with your standard USB 5 volts. So you can put 5 of these in this guy here, and the typical capacity of these individual cells is 2 to 3 amp hours. So if you put 5 in, and say you only got 2 amp hours, that would be 10 amp hours, which is and look at the size and shape, is basically what this is being advertised at, 10 amp hours. But I didn't get that. I got a lot less than 10 amp hours. And it probably, you know, since this sold at, it was on sale on Amazon for, I think, $14, you would think that they're not using the highest quality batteries. So that probably explains the low capacity that I got versus what was advertised. So the advantage of these guys is not only can you replace the batteries, but you can put higher quality batteries so that your capacity of this device is much greater than this already built one. That's the theory. And I'll be testing over the next few months to see how well that theory comes out. But, you know, it just, you snap that cover on and you're good to go. You have 2 ports, a power switch, a LED if you want to use it for a flashlight, and then there's your input to charge the batteries. So that's how that one works. And this one was $3.79 from Banggood and free shipping. So that's that one. The next one, go to the other extreme. This is a single battery one, and these typically sell if you buy the pre-fabricated ones. They sell for about $6, and this has 3 pieces: the bottom cover, the guts, which you have to. It's loosened up in the package here, which I have to reassemble. Not a big deal. And then here's the cover. And this will house 1 battery. Again, this is the 3.7 volt battery, and the little up converter gives you 5.0 volts out. That's the theory. So that's that one. Pretty small. Got this little circuit card right here, and you just put your battery in and reassemble it. Okay, that's that one. Now, the last one I'm going to show you is this one, and I'll tell you why I'm showing that last. Okay, here's another one. Oh, and this one, this little guy, I got for $1.99 free shipping. That's all that cost. And again, the advantage is, theoretically, that you can replace the batteries and use your own batteries and use higher quality batteries so that you get higher capacity, because, you know, it kind of defeats the purpose if you charge one of these up and you carry it around with you in your bag or your purse, and the thing doesn't give you much capacity. It's kind of useless. And if it doesn't hold the capacity very long. So these guys here, number one, it didn't give me the capacity I want. Number two, I don't know how long it would hold. And number three, how long are those batteries going to continue to work and then refuse to take a charge and you end up chucking the whole thing. So that's the trade-off. The next one is this little gem here, which has this gold cover. It comes in several colors. I chose gold. I don't know how long that paint will stay on there before it starts getting scratched. But anyway, and this one will take 4. This guy here takes 5. This one takes 4. This one cost me $3.29. That's it, $3.29. Not the highest quality plastic in the world. Here is the circuitry, the little circuit board right there. And there's the charging port and the output port, again 5 volts. And then there's 3 little indicators here, or 4 little indicators here to tell you the capacity, theoretically, and an on-off button there. So that's how that one works. You put the batteries in, you push this down inside here, and then you put the back on it like that. And there it is. There's no markings on the outside whatsoever. So that's that one. Again, that one was only $329. And the last one, this one's a little different, and I'm kind of a little bit excited about this one. If it works, is we open it up. So it's already pre-assembled, number one. So there's no assembly required. And it takes AA batteries. Now, of course, you know, AA batteries don't have the same capacity, especially rechargeable ones, don't have the capacity of these big boys. So you're not going to get as high a capacity out of this guy. And it will be interesting to see, I would guess, since these batteries here give you 3.7 volts out, and in these little containers up converted to 5 volts. That's my understanding how it works. So for instance, on this one where you can put 4 batteries in there, I'm assuming that those 4 batteries will be in parallel to give you the capacity of 4 batteries, not the capacity of 1 battery because they were in series. I think that's how it works. Okay, so this is going to have the disadvantage in that you have 4 batteries. The batteries you put in here will be either 1.5 or 1.4 volts. And that'll be interesting to find out. You know, rechargeables only typically give you 1.4 volts. There are some rechargeables that will give you 1.5. So if you add that up, 1.4, you're only getting 4.8 volts instead of the 5 volts you would hope to get. And if you use standard batteries, you'll be getting 6 volts out, which they probably down convert that to 5 volts. So that'll be a test I can do. This is the output port. There is no charging port, so I think they're assuming that you're using non-rechargeable batteries maybe. Yeah, it'll be interesting to find out. It's an on-off switch. Actually, it's on for the USB or on for the light. It has a little light right here. Sorry for not getting closer to the camera. So this will be kind of an interesting experiment. And this one was $3.82. Again, it has no recharging port. Maybe that's because you have to use non-rechargeable batteries to give the 1.5 volts and the 6 volts total. That's my guess. So that means that it will only be those batteries will be working in serial. So it's not going to be, it's going to be the capacity of 1 battery basically. That's my theory. What do I know? Anyway, that's the show for today. It's going to be interesting to find out how these work out. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up. That gives me an indication that I'm providing shows that you're interested in. Hopefully that's the case. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.